Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show on the Raw Ring Report. What a show we have for you. The Bloodline. Roman Reigns, the undisputed Universal Champion, makes an appearance on Raw along with his stable of cousins, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. They make a rare appearance on Raw as always. The Bloodline making a statement as they always do. We'll get to that coming up. Plus, two, a huge six-woman tag team match. Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair leads her team of Asuka and Liv Morgan to take on the team of Sonya Deville, sometimes who is the WWE official, but now she's going to be a competitor. She teams up with former Raw Women's Champion Asuka and Rhea Ripley. So there's a whole bunch of animosity and jealousy going on, and we'll get to that. Plus, two, Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins have their face-to-face confrontation before WrestleMania Backlash. Can the backlash between Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins continue on? We'll tell you. And this right here, Finn Balor and AJ Styles throwing up the Bullet Club signs. Is this a reunion of sorts? What does Edge has to say about this? And coming up on Hot Topics, we celebrate the people's champion, The Rock, the great one, turns 50 years old. The Rock, a half century old. The Rock doing big things. I'm a big fan of his show, Young Rock. I watch it every Tuesday when I can on NBC and Peacock. The Rock turns 50 years old, and we celebrate the great one, The Rock. Plus, two, we heard that NXT star Roderick asking for his release. He's been asking multiple times what's going on with Roderick Strong heading in. But we kick off the Raw Ring Report, and it starts right now. Hello, everyone. This is Kendra Diggs here for your Raw Ring Report. Join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We thank you for watching here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Thank you all for watching once again. Like I said, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Like I said, the Pro Wrestling Show is here, live in effect. And we are here once again. Join in that conversation. We are merely almost 7 days away, well, 6 days away if you want to count for the Raw brand WrestleMania Backlash. As you saw right here, this huge six-man tag team match coming out of WrestleMania Backlash. That will be the main event. It was originally supposed to be for the tag team unification match between Raw Tag Team Champions Red RK Bro, Riddle, and Randy Orton to take on the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, for the unified tag team titles. I don't know if the match been scrapped or what. Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre interjected, and now it's a six-man tag team match just off SmackDown this past Friday. So we'll get to that later on in the show. But we're going to kick off Raw with a bang with the undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns made a rare appearance on Raw. And Roman brought his crew and his special counsel, Paul Heyman, in tow. Paul Heyman, the special counsel for Roman Reigns, as well as the Usos, the backup. As you can tell right here, the backup. Jimmy, Jay, showing their faces. Roman Reigns made a proclamation that just coming up at WrestleMania Backlash, him and his team will emerge victorious heading to WrestleMania Backlash with all the marbles. We don't know for right now if winner takes all, if the two universal titles, the two world titles online are the tag team titles. Right now, it's just a huge six-man tag. We found out that in the future, Roman will battle Drew. We can tell it's probably a monthly lengthy summer program between Roman and Drew. So we'll see going forward, what this all going to entail coming out of it. But I can't wait to see it and stuff. We'll see. Veer was in the ring. Veer defeated a jobber, and Veer choked the daylights out the jobber. They making Veer made more vicious, more dangerous, more explosive. Veer is gonna be one of those competitors that you never saw coming up in the near future. I'm telling you. Also, too, Lashley becoming impressive. He went against former teammate of the Hurt Business, Cedric Alexander, and made quick work of him, Lashley, and almost meets at WrestleMania Backlash. 1-on-1. This time, MVP will be in almost corner, and we'll see if Lashley could get a win over almost once again, heading toward WrestleMania Backlash. There's been some controversy with the 24/7 championship situation. As you see, Reggie try to pin his wife, Dana Brooke, and then she told him she wants a divorce. Reggie being impulsive. I know a lot of impulsive people when I see it. People sometimes be impulsive like to think quick and react. Um, Reggie trying to think quickly and react it. Um, like I said, the 24/7 championship. R-Truth called himself, he's an attorney. Reverend. R-Truth got a lot of jobs. R-Truth, the funniest comedian on Raw thus far. Him being a wrestler, he fits that bill, being himself and being a comedian. I like that about R-Truth. Speaking of that, AJ Styles said he doesn't know what he looks forward to when he goes against Edge at WrestleMania Backlash, but he looks forward to the challenge that's ahead of him coming up. AJ went against Damian Priest, and AJ won his match over Damian Priest. But at the end, Edge and Damian Priest thought they had AJ cornered until Finn Balor returned and saved AJ Styles from Edge and Damian Priest. Finn Balor got history with Damian Priest. He took the United States Championship away from Damian Priest, and he helped his buddy AJ Styles, and he raised up the Bullet Club fingers, meaning that this could be the possibility coming forward in that match, in who could be a dream tag team match. AJ Styles and Finn Balor teaming up, and to me, they should be the world champions. One of them should be world champion. Are feuding with each other, but somebody told me that Finn could be joining Edge group. It's a possibility, but saying that Finn has that darker side with the demon, I don't know. I don't see that coming. I see them being a dream team, and then down the road they might just feud, but not right now. Speaking of that, Miz had Miz TV, and he welcomed Mustafa Ali to his program. Miz and Mustafa Ali talk jab about each other. Miz saying to Mustafa Ali needs to stop being on Twitter and complaining. Mustafa Ali said the only thing he wants is become U.S. champion, and his he got denied of that. But Austin Theory came out there, and Austin Theory set the gauntlet to Mustafa that you got to go against me and Miz. Well, Mustafa Ali came a little bit short with Miz, a former U.S. champion, and Austin Theory, the youngest U.S. champion. Don't let him forget he's the youngest United States champion, the current United States champion. Austin Theory at the age of 24, 25 years old, I think 24 years old, winning the United States championship. So that kind of give you an indication they're going to the Cena route when Cena won the U.S. title, and then he'll head to the heavyweight title down the road. Well, like I said, that also, Tommaso Ciampa came out of nowhere and became a roadblock for Mustafa Ali. I think Ali had to worry about what's going on with Mustafa Ciampa attacking him out of nowhere after he's trying to get a shot at Theory in the U.S. Championship. Is Mustafa Ali being paid by Mr. McMahon or being paid by somebody for not letting Ali get a chance. Ali lost his chance to be a number one contender for Theory's title. He'll get there somehow, some way. Speaking of that, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, and Seth Rollins, they had their face-to-face confrontation. We know this Sunday at WrestleMania Backlash, the two will meet in that instant classic. Many people are considering one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of this current era. Well, we know that back then in the 80s, Savage and Steamboat, Hart versus Hart, Bret and Owen at WrestleMania 10 in the 90s. Who can remember Hart versus Michaels at WrestleMania 12? The 2000s, Triple H, Undertaker, Triple H and Shawn Michaels did a good thing in the 2010s. So a lot of matches will be hitting the test of time. Well, Seth tried to take it there by saying that Cody, and he was being a little bit disrespectful, that Dusty Rhodes was not meant to be WWE champion, and Cody was not neither. Cody took offense to it because his dad, and it doesn't mean that his dad wasn't WWE champion. His dad was a proud, working, hard man. He was the common man. He was the American dream, Dusty Rhodes. But Cody representing Dusty Rhodes and the grandson of a plumber. Cody representing Americana. Cody, the American Nightmare, didn't set back on what he was said to him about Seth. I think Seth kind of went a little bit overboard, but he doesn't know Cody Rhodes' heart and spirit. Cody Rhodes said that he's going to make it right for Dusty. I think Dusty Rhodes already made right. He's a former 3-time NWA World Champion, and that's good enough. Dusty Rhodes done his job, and I'm proud for the American Dream for what he done. And if Cody wants to get that WWE title, who can't blame him? So Cody Rhodes could get that shot whenever he tries to get the shot, whenever when the time is right for Cody Rhodes. Well, Cody Rhodes made a point and left Seth laying speechless. Cody Rhodes ain't gonna take that much from Seth, as you see right there, coming forward with that. Also, too, the Street Profits were in action when they took with Ezekiel, who dressed like the Ultimate Warrior, and Kevin Owens in the Afro Academy. It's like the Afro Academy act like the Varsity Club, and Kevin Owens acting like himself, and Ezekiel Elias, whatever you want to call him, acting like the Ultimate Warrior. Well, at the end, the Ezekiel, the Afro Academy got the win, where Chad Gable got the cover over Ezekiel, pinning him with the backslide pin, get the 1, 2, 3. So I don't know what that category falls into, but hey, here's what it is. Also, too, Piper Niven came out there, well, Dewdrop or whatever the hell she want to call herself. Dewdrop came out there and tried to tell Nikki Ash, "Are you tired to play these games and be serious for a moment?" I guess she's saying she's tired of being a superhero. I guess they're gonna drop that Nikki Ash character, and Nikki Ash might be just joining Piper Niven. We don't know what this is gonna lead to, but it's gonna lead to her reverting back, just being serious, not being frantic, and not being chitty chatty. You know how they go. The delusional superhero. Also, too, we talked about the huge 6-woman tag team matchup. Bianca Belair, Sonya Deville had their teams. Bianca Belair team up with returning former champion Asuka and Liv Morgan to take on the team of Sonya Deville against teaming up with former champion Becky Lynch and could be future champion or another champion, Raw Women's champion, in Rhea Ripley. So there you go. But at the end, Bianca team won. Liv Morgan got the win over Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville could not be that pleased with what had happened, but it happened. So Sonya Deville got pinned by Liv Morgan. That ended the Raw. That ended Raw. Liv Morgan Sonya Deville probably had to go back to drawing board and figure out how she's gonna win the women's title. Man. All right. That's gonna end the Raw Ring Report. We're gonna show you one more time Finn Balor and AJ Styles. Could there be a reunion? Who knows? It could be in the possibility. All right, we're gonna quickly move over. To wrestling hot topics. On wrestling hot topics, we have something. Can you smell? La, 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 la. Well, The Rock is cooking. The great one, The Rock, celebrates his 50th birthday. And what a better treat for the fans. The Rock celebrates 50 years on this earth. And we want to wish the great one, The Rock, a happy birthday. And tune in tonight, or if you're watching this tomorrow, this Tuesday, tune in tonight to watch Young Rock on NBC. See The Rock and his misadventures of him growing up, his childhood, life in the wrestling business as a child. For The Rock, from wrestler to businessman, the movie star, everything. Tequila owner. Rock has done everything right and done everything immobile. So we want to wish The Rock the 50th birthday. Happy birthday to the people's champion, The Rock. Also, too, we learned news on Fightful Selects that Roderick Strong may have requested his release. Now, this is according to Sean Ross Sapp, that Roderick Strong has requested his release. He hasn't not been granted his release, but many people are shocked that he didn't get released during that massive cut this past weekend. So we'll keep updating you on what's going on with Roderick Strong, and will he be able to get his release? Well, it's all they did with Ali, and Ali changed his mind. So time will tell on that. Also, to the mayor, Kane. Kane showing a picture of himself saying he thanks DDP Yoga. Kane looking lean and ripped. I don't know what Kane took, but Kane took something. But Kane trying to show his new physique going forward. Also, too, AEW announced that Rampage will be coming on this Friday at a special start time, 4:30. So I ain't never seen wrestling come on at 4:30 in the afternoon. The longest I seen it was like Impact when they first started on Fox. Well, it was a long time. But Hook will be in action this week on the Rampage. So check on the TNT and stuff. Also, too, that Stone Cold The Rock sent a tweet that you'll see on NBC, Stone Cold The Rock, 1996 Rock, how he met all his future people he'll be working with in the future. The Undertaker, Triple H, and this is a rare pick of Stone Cold Steve Austin, played by Luke Hawk. Luke Hawk from Wildcat Sports will play the Texas Rattlesnake, as he was known way back when as the Ringmaster in WCW. So look for that. We got some sad news to report that Alberto Del Rio says that he lost his ex-wife. She was trying to get like a kidney, or a liver transplant. Del Rio pleaded with people, and she unfortunately passed away. And we want to send our thoughts and condolences to Alberto Del Rio and his family at the time. His wife was the mother of his children, 3 children. We're going to send our condolences to Alberto El Patron, to his ex-wife. All right. Also, too, a lot of people are talking about that Dark Side of the Ring was canceled. Well, Vice had sent a tweet saying that the rumors are not true, and the Dark Side of the Ring franchise will be coming back soon and shortly. We have to stay tuned. I mean, that's their number one program, documentaries here that people watch. They get like a tune, but Dark Side saying just stay tuned. So we're gonna stay tuned and see what's gonna happen going forward. All right. And we're gonna show you Cody Rhodes. He took a picture with Bro Lee's family and for the WWE in Lakeland. So I think Cody and Rhodes gonna stay in touch with the family. Good for him. Dakota Kai, she sent a message that she will return. So like I said, Dakota Kai will be back better, stronger than ever. All right, we're just gonna end this with Roman Reigns showcasing both his world championship belts, being the WWE and Universal Champion, as known as now the undisputed Universal Champion. All right, so thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been your host Kendrick Dix, and I'll see you tomorrow for the NXT Ring Report here on the Pro Wrestling Show. See you later.